Last summer, my AC ran nonstop, but upstairs felt like an absolute sauna. I thought my insulation was failing until I crawled up there. It was 140 degrees. I bought a cheap attic fan thinking it would solve everything, but it barely moved the air and rattled constantly. Finding the right fan isn't just about power. It's about smart ventilation that actually protects your roof and lowers cooling bills. Today, I'm breaking down the top 7 attic fans I've tested, from absolute duds to the exact model that finally fixed my overheating house. 7. Remington Solar 30. When I first decided to look into solar-powered ventilation, this model caught my eye because of its promise to eliminate wiring entirely while keeping utility costs at absolutely zero. I hauled this unit up onto the roof to test its capabilities, hoping that a 30-watt solar panel would be enough to keep a medium-sized attic from turning into an oven. The initial setup was relatively straightforward, and I was pleased that it didn't require me to hire a professional electrician to run new lines. The fan boasts a Texas windstorm certified design, which gave me some peace of mind regarding its durability during heavy weather. It also comes equipped with a built-in thermostat and humidistat, meaning it is supposed to automatically kick on when temperatures or moisture levels get too high. During the first few sunny days of testing, it did manage to circulate some air, and I noticed a slight drop in the ambient temperature near the roof deck. However, my experience quickly soured as the weeks went on, revealing some significant flaws that landed at the bottom of our list. The motor, which is advertised as a brushless DC model, started developing an inconsistent rattling noise after just a month of operation. More frustratingly, the 30-watt panel simply struggles to pull enough power unless the sun is hitting it at the absolute perfect angle. On days with even mild cloud cover, the fan barely turns, leaving the attic completely stagnant and trapped with blistering heat. To make matters worse, the built-in thermostat proved to be incredibly inaccurate during my testing period. 6. Master Flow GAF 1500. After the lackluster performance of solar, I decided to test a heavy-duty electric option that promised massive airflow. The GAF 1500 is a roof-mounted power vent designed to move a substantial amount of air, rated for attics up to 2,400 square feet. Installing this beast was quite an undertaking, requiring a dedicated electrical circuit and careful roof flashing, but I was determined to see if raw power was the answer to my attic heat problems. When I flipped the switch on this unit, the difference in sheer air movement was immediately obvious. The heavy-duty motor aggressively pulled the stagnant, superheated air out of the attic, and I could actually feel the draft coming up through the soffit vents. It features an adjustable thermostat, allowing you to dial in exactly when you want the fan to activate, which is a great feature for customizing your ventilation strategy based on your local climate. But the overwhelming power of the Master Flow GAF 1500 comes at a steep and very loud price. From the moment the motor engages, it sounds remarkably like a small jet engine taking off right above your ceiling. The vibration transferred through the roof joists was incredibly distracting, rattling the drywall in the upstairs bedrooms and making it impossible to ignore whenever it turned on. I even tried adding dampening materials around the housing, but the aggressive shake of the fan blades completely overpower my efforts. Additionally, while it definitely moves a lot of air, it is notoriously power-hungry. When I monitored its electrical draw, I realized that any money I was saving on my air conditioning bill was essentially just being reallocated to power this massive fan. 5. Quietcool 40. After dealing with the roof-shaking noise of the previous model, I wanted to test something that offered a better balance of efficiency and quiet operation. The Quietcool brand has a strong reputation, and their 40-watt solar model immediately impressed me with its build quality. Unlike roof-mounted units that require cutting holes in your shingles, this model mounts directly behind an existing gable vent, making the installation process incredibly painless and completely leak-proof. I mounted this unit in just under an hour and angled the solar panel toward the southern sky. The included 40-watt solar panel is notably larger and far more efficient than the cheaper solar fans I've tested. As soon as the sun hit the panel, the DC motor spooled up smoothly and began exhausting a highly respectable amount of air. The inclusion of an AC-DC inverter is a brilliant touch, meaning that when the sun goes down, the fan can seamlessly switch over to house power to continue cooling the attic into the warm evenings. During my testing, the Quietcool 40 performed admirably, bringing the attic temperature down by a solid 15 degrees during peak afternoon heat. The built-in preset thermostat intelligently manages the operation, turning on at 90 degrees and shutting off when things cool down to a safe level. What really struck me was how smoothly it operated. Standing just a few feet away, the hum of the motor was barely noticeable, a massive improvement over the aggressive vibration of standard electric models. While it doesn't move as much raw air as a heavy-duty electric fan, the energy savings and silent operation make it a fantastic compromise. It operates entirely off the grid during the hottest parts of the day, drastically reducing your carbon footprint and utility bills. 4. Master Flow GAF 1450. I know I was harsh on its bigger brother earlier, but the 1450 strikes a much better balance between effective heat extraction and tolerable operation. This is a traditional, electrically powered roof louve that aims to deliver consistent performance without the overwhelming drawbacks of the oversized models. I installed this unit on a standard pitched roof, taking care to properly seal the galvanized steel housing, which feels incredibly rugged and well-constructed out of the box. Once wired in, the performance of the GAF 1450 was highly impressive. It features a reliable PSC motor that confidently moves up to 1,450 cubic feet per minute, which is perfect for an average-sized home. I set the adjustable thermostat to kick on at 95 degrees, and it responded with pinpoint accuracy throughout my testing weeks. It quickly pulled the heavy, humid air out of the attic, effectively reducing the thermal load on the upstairs living spaces and giving my HVAC system a much-needed break. What makes this model stand out over the 1500 is its refined balance. While you can still hear it operating, it is a powerful electric motor. After all, it doesn't produce that aggressive, structure-shaking vibration. The noise is a steady, manageable hum that easily fades into the background, rather than a disruptive roar. The galvanized steel dome is heavily tested for weather resistance, and it easily survived a series of harsh summer thunderstorms without letting a single drop of water into the attic space. The Master Flow GAF 1450 earns its spot because it represents the gold standard for budget-friendly, highly reliable electric ventilation. It isn't packed with smart tech or hybrid power systems, but it does exactly what it is designed to do, day in and day out with zero fuss. 3. Quietcool AFR SMT ES-2.0. This is where we start seeing the integration of true smart technology into home ventilation, and testing this unit completely changed my perspective on how an attic fan should operate. This is a roof-mounted fan powered by a highly advanced, ultra-energy efficient ECM motor. Right out of the box, the sleek, low-profile design of the dome immediately set it apart from the bulky metal mushrooms you usually see strapped to residential roofs. The real magic of this fan became apparent once I downloaded the QuietCool Smart Control app. Instead of climbing a ladder into a sweltering attic to adjust a manual dial, I could monitor the exact temperature and humidity of my attic in real time straight from my smartphone. I was able to set customized temperature thresholds, create operational schedules, and even track the fan's energy consumption. The ECM motor is an absolute game changer, running on a fraction of the electricity required by standard motors while delivering incredibly high cubic feet per minute airflow. During my peak heat tests, this fan was a revelation. It features a variable speed system, meaning it doesn't just blast on at full power and shut off. Instead, it intelligently ramps up its speed as the attic gets hotter and scales back down as the temperature drops, maintaining a perfect equilibrium. This not only maximizes energy efficiency, but also keeps the noise levels unbelievably low. Even when running at its highest speed, it remained remarkably quiet, never once disturbing the peace inside the house. The combination of the hyper-efficient motor, the incredibly intuitive Smart app, and the sleek design makes the Quietcool AFR SMT ES-2.0 an absolute powerhouse. It completely takes the guesswork out of attic ventilation, allowing you to fine-tune your home's cooling strategy from the couch. 2. Solatube solar-powered attic fan. I was initially skeptical that a solar fan could compete with high-end electric models, but Solatube absolutely blew me away with their engineering. What makes this unit so unique is the interior mounting bracket system, which allows you to place the fan right behind any existing passive vent, completely eliminating the need to cut into your roofing materials and risk future water leaks. I installed this unit behind an existing gable vent, and the process was so effortless it almost felt like cheating. The separate solar panel mounts on the roof and connect to the fan via a simple plug-and-play wire, allowing you to position the panel in the exact spot that receives maximum southern exposure, regardless of where the fan itself is located. This solves the biggest issue with traditional solar fans, which force you to compromise between optimal fan placement and optimal sun exposure. Performance-wise, the Solatube is a beast. The proprietary brushless DC motor is paired with a highly aerodynamic fan blade design that pulls a massive amount of air while remaining astonishingly silent. During my testing, the attic temperatures plummeted even on the hottest days, and the motor ran so smoothly I had to put my hand in front of the vent just to confirm it was on. It also features a built-in thermal switch that automatically turns the fan on when temperatures hit 85 degrees and shuts it down when the attic cools to 65 degrees. Solatube is famous for its high-quality construction, and this fan is no exception. The materials feel premium, the motor is robust, and the solar panel is incredibly efficient, capturing enough energy to run the fan even during lightly overcast days. 1. Quietcool AFG SMT PRO-3.0. After testing everything from basic solar panels to heavy-duty roof vents, this smart gable fan completely outclassed the competition in every conceivable metric. Designed to mount seamlessly behind an existing gable louver, it combines an absolute powerhouse of a motor with the most advanced smart technology on the market. Installing, it was a breeze, keeping my roof completely intact while delivering industrial-grade heat extraction. When this fan activates, it doesn't just move air, it completely recycles the atmosphere in your attic within minutes, pushing an astounding 3,000 cubic feet of air per minute. It handled the absolute worst summer heat waves with laughable ease. Despite this hurricane-level airflow, the ultra-efficient ECM motor operates at a shockingly quiet volume. Even standing directly under the gable inside the house, the noise is virtually non-existent. It cools the entire home's footprint so effectively that my central air conditioning ran 30% less during the peak of my testing month. Like its smaller sibling at number 3, the Pro 3.0 features full Bluetooth connectivity through the Quietcool app. Having the ability to sit in my living room and watch the attic temperature drop on my phone screen in real time is an incredible feature. The smart thermostat and humidistat are incredibly accurate, adjusting the variable speed motor on the fly to provide exactly the amount of cooling needed without wasting a single watt of power. It takes complete autonomy over the climate of your home's upper structure. The build quality, the sheer volume of air it moves, the whisper-quiet operation, and the brilliant smart controls make the Quietcool AFG SMT PRO-3.0 the ultimate solution for attic heat. It completely eliminates the damp, stagnant air that destroys roofing materials and spikes your utility bills. Ultra. That's all for today.